Our predicted final standings look a whole lot different now compared to just a few weeks ago.
The Chiefs are 0-2. Patrick Mahomes, his first ever 3-game losing streak in the NFL.
With so much unfolding in the first quarter of the 2025 season, I think it's a good time to dive into a brand new 2026 NFL first-round mock draft. Number 1, New York Jets, Garrett Nussmeier. Justin Fields is a fine bridge QB option, but geez, it sure looks like Aaron Glenn will need a new quarterback with a higher ceiling if the Jets are to compete in a tough AFC. LSU's Garrett Nussmeier is a pinpoint accurate passer with excellent football IQ and pocket poise. Number 2, New Orleans Saints, Lenoris Sellers. Going into 2025, the Saints knew that Spencer Rattler was not a long-term answer behind center, but the tank job pays off with head coach Kellen Moore getting his own dual-threat signal caller and Sellers to lead the rebuild. Number 3, Cleveland Browns, Cade Klubnik. Surprise, surprise, Joe Flacco isn't the guy, and the Browns have seemingly given up on Shedeur Sanders without giving him a fair chance. We suppose that means starting over at quarterback yet again. But Clemson's Cade Klubnik has a much higher ceiling than most QBs that the Browns have swung and struck out on over the past 20 years. Number 4, Tennessee Titans, Peter Woods. The Titans have one of football's premier defensive tackles in Jeffrey Simmons, but their front seven doesn't really offer much else. So let's pair Simmons with the Clemson defensive tackle and give Tennessee the best interior pairing in the NFL. Number 5, Miami Dolphins, Spencer Fano. Some Dolphins fans want a QB here, but it's just not realistic with Tua Tagovailoa's $212.4 million extension just kicking in this season. In this dream scenario though, the Dolphins snag one of the best defensive lineman prospects of the past decade. Number 6, New York Giants, Jordan Tyson. We just can't help but get obsessed about the idea of future Giants QB1 Jackson Dart throwing to both Malik Neighbors and Arizona State product Jordan Tyson. Neighbors is already a top 5 receiver in the making, so adding Tyson would set up the Giants beautifully. Number 7, Carolina Panthers, TJ Parker. Like last year's group, which finished 32nd in yards and points allowed, the 2025 Panthers D truly cannot stop a nosebleed. Fortunately, the draft board plays out for Carolina to land the best edge rusher in this class. Number 8, Chicago Bears, Jermod McCoy. The Bears secondary was supposed to be a strength in 2025, but it has been ripped to shreds in the early going, and obviously Ben Johnson's group is not competing if they can't deal with the onslaught of elite pass catchers in the NFC North. So GM Ryan Poles shouldn't hesitate to take the best cornerback available when it's his turn to pick. Number 9, Houston Texans, Caleb Lomu. The 2026 NFL Draft may be 7 months away, but we'd already be shocked if Houston didn't take an offensive lineman here. Truth be told, CJ Stroud is not going to last long if he keeps getting sacked at this alarming of a rate. After watching Utah teammate Spencer Fano land in Miami, Lomu joins him in the AFC with the task of protecting Stroud. Number 10, Cleveland Browns from Jacksonville Jaguars, Caden Proctor. The Browns already nabbed their QB of the future earlier this round. 1 year later, the decision to pass on Travis Hunter pays dividends, with the Browns securing a long-term offensive tackle to protect Klubnik. Number 11, New England Patriots, Caleb Downs. Safety isn't the Patriots' biggest positional need, but man, this would be a great value pick. The Ohio State product is widely regarded as a top 5 prospect in the 2026 class. Mike Vrabel is a defense-first coach who won't pass on the chance to build a secondary around Downs and rising star corner Christian Gonzalez. Number 12, Las Vegas Raiders, Arch Manning. Arch Manning, playing for Tom Brady. Yeesh, how fitting would that be? This honestly would be the ideal landing spot for Manning, who can learn behind veteran Pro Bowler Geno Smith for a year while being mentored by Brady and Pete Carroll. Number 13, Dallas Cowboys, Reuben Bain Jr. Well, here's Jerry Jones' first chance to find a new heart and soul leader of the defense following the stunning Micah Parsons blockbuster trade. Dallas's defense has been gashed in the early going this season. Bain Jr. looks like a plug-and-play guy who would quickly emerge as the new leader of the Cowboys D. Number 14, Arizona Cardinals, Francis Mauigoa. Arizona secured one bookend spot when they selected future stud Paris Johnson Jr. in the first round 2 years ago. The Cardinals then could soon own the best defensive tackle tandem pairing in all of football if they select the Miami Hurricane star to pair with Johnson. Number 15, Cincinnati Bengals, Isaiah World. The Bengals neglected the offensive line this offseason, and it has led to a possible season-ending injury for Joe Burrow. Absolutely ridiculous. We know 2024 first-round pick Amarius Mims has not come around as hoped, so the Bengals will have to try over again and take the best remaining tackle. Number 16, Minnesota Vikings, Avion Terrell. The Vikings haven't had a true shutdown corner since prime Xavier Rhodes over half a decade ago. Their pass rush and linebacker groups are excellent, but it is long overdue for Brian Flores to enjoy the luxury of a shutdown corner. Number 17, Seattle Seahawks, Keldrick Falk. The Seahawks have been trying to rebuild their front seven tirelessly since the departures of cornerstones Michael Bennett and Cliff Averill. In a 2026 draft class loaded with stud edge rushers, this could be the year for GM John Schneider to finally get his guy. Number 18, Los Angeles Rams from Atlanta Falcons, Drew Aller. The Rams have no pressing weaknesses, so this is the ideal opportunity to grab Matthew Stafford's successor. We don't know yet if Stafford will play in 2026, but Aller is worth rolling the dice on regardless. Ideally, he would learn behind Stafford for a year or two before taking over Sean McVay's offense. Number 19, Denver Broncos, Antonio Williams. The Broncos still lack a proven number 2 pass catcher to complement Courtland Sutton. After investing most of their resources on defense in 2025, they can turn the focus on another weapon for Bo Nix. Williams could potentially fill in Denver's long-term WR1 that Sutton has held for 7 years. Number 20, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, A.J. Harris. The Buccaneers' pass D has been a bit of a problem for, a few years now. But just imagine how special this defense could be if the secondary could complement that vaunted front seven. The Bucs used a second-round pick on Benjamin Morrison last year, but A.J. Harris has a higher upside and would fill in as a capable starter right away. Number 21, Pittsburgh Steelers, Fernando Mendoza. The quarterback run-on in round 1 continues. Aaron Rodgers has already clarified that 2025 is likely his final season. The 2026 free agent class is weak on signal callers, so the Steelers should turn to the QB-heavy draft to get their long-term guy. Number 22, Washington Commanders, Denzel Boston. As consistent as Terry McLaurin is, he can't single-handedly elevate an offense like top-tier receivers. So, finding another weapon to take some pressure off of McLaurin and Jaden Daniels is gonna be necessary. Boston is a potent deep threat who would do wonders in an offense with Daniels' dual-threat style and ability to extend plays. Number 23, Indianapolis Colts, Mansour Delane. If Daniel Jones keeps this hot start up, the Colts won't be searching for a new quarterback next year. They're mostly set on offense and have one of the league's deepest front sevens, so the only logical option here is to take the best remaining cornerback. LSU corner Mansour Delane would give Indy its most talented corner since the late Vontae Davis. Number 24, San Francisco 49ers, Caleb Banks. The 49ers used their 2025 first-round pick on Michael Williams to give Nick Bosa some much-needed support in the pass rush department. But hey, you can never have too many stud defensive linemen in this league, and Banks is tailor-made for Robert Saleh's defense. Number 25, Kansas City Chiefs, Jeremiah Love. The Chiefs' offense hasn't been the well-oiled machine that we've been accustomed to for a few years now. The lack of a real game-changing running back really hasn't helped matters. So, it'd be really nice to see GM Brett Veach actually take a chance on the Notre Dame star here. So, take the shot at Love here and give Mahomes a real workhorse for once and for all. Number 26, Los Angeles Chargers, Mateo Uiagalelei. With Khalil Mack on a year-to-year basis, the Bolts will have to start thinking long-term on the defensive line. Oregon's 6'5", 272-pound edge rusher is a big game player whose nastiness in the trenches will suit nicely in LA's hard-hitting defense. Number 27, Detroit Lions, Connor Lew. This would line up perfectly for the Lions, who are still trying to find a solution at center following the shocking retirement of Frank Ragnow. Auburn stalwart Connor Lew is unquestionably the best center prospect in this year's draft class. Number 28, Los Angeles Rams, Max Clare. Devontae Adams has come as advertised for the Rams, but he's also on the wrong side of 30 and could decline at any moment. So, just saying, it wouldn't hurt the Rams to find another young pass-catching stud to help Puka Nacua over the long run. Number 29, Philadelphia Eagles, Dylan Thieneman. The Eagles will be seeking upgrades at safety after trading away C.J. Gardner-Johnson to the Texans. Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell are already two of the league's top shutdown corners. Add a Swiss Army knife like Thieneman to the mix, and Vic Fangio's defense will somehow get even scarier. Number 30, Buffalo Bills, C.J. Allen. Buffalo's D has taken several steps back since Tremaine Edmonds left for the Bears in 2023 free agency. C.J. Allen is a do-it-all workhorse with a physical edge who's played in his fair share of big games at Georgia. Number 30, 31, Baltimore Ravens, Kenyon Sadiq. Mark Andrews is most certainly not coming back to Baltimore next year. So this is the perfect chance to draft his successor. So let's assign Jackson a dangerous red zone weapon in order to take some of the workload off of him, Flowers, and Derrick Henry. Number 32, Dallas Cowboys from Green Bay Packers, LT Overton. Hey, why not double down on pass rushers? Unless Jerry Jones makes a big splash in trade or free agency, you'd be wise to take 2 pass rushers in the early round. But hey, which 2026 NFL draft prospect do you want your favorite team to land? Do you agree with our choices? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then hey, clicking that like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then hey, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.